Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now look at this. Look at this. Call for more drug prevention policies in workplace where nobody's going to show up for work. No one is going to show up for work. The firemen are not going to show up for work. The police are not going to show up for work. Oh, your t-shirts are off the job now? None of them are going to show up for work. Don't talk about the hospital. Lord, have us mercy. What are you planning on doing? Shutting Barbados down? The shop owner is not going to show up for work. You know, what's the name of that mall? Sheraton Mall? That would be empty. E-M-P-T-Y. Empty. Empty. All government offices, NIS, Social Security, NIS, all the names changed, all those agencies. Empty. Empty. The workplace will be empty. The roads will be empty. You're going to call for that? Policies in the workplace? People are, what I want to use the word medicating. I think I'll use a sanitized word, okay? People are medicating before they leave home. People are medicating on their way to work, okay? To work. And from the time they shut down at 5, 6, or whatever, they're medicating on their way home or thinking about getting home so they can medicate. Okay? You cannot stop this in a place like Barbados. You cannot stop it. Mount Gay calls. Mount Gay calls, okay? The tree, that tree that you don't like the leaves of, you know. It calls people. It calls people by name. Okay, and the ones who are not doing it are associating with the ones who are doing it. And they're all rubbing shoulders. When they talk about separation, there's 0 degree of separation in Barbados. Zero. Okay? There's no degree of separation. It is so small. It's so homogenous. Everyone gets pulled in to whatever's happening there in one way or another. You cannot avoid it. It cannot be avoided. This policy of prevention ain't going to work because it has continued for so long that you're functional at it now. You function very well under the influence. You're functional at doing what you do no matter what you take, no matter what is in your system. You could show up. You can stand straight. You can put your hands on your head, and if somebody asks you to walk, straight line, you can do it. You can, because you've had years. Your DNA has had years of practice. It's who you are. It's who you are. You cannot tell me you do not know anyone who's not medicating. You cannot tell me that even though, like I said, you may not be doing it, you know someone who is. You're working next to someone who is. Or the buses will stop instantly. You will have no transit, no mass transit, Barbados transit, the authority. That whole system would shut down if this were to go into like policy and really to be policed. If you were to police this kind of workplace, policy, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Why do these people get into your paper and crack all these jokes? Why? It's a joke. It's a joke. It cannot work. It cannot work. When you can tell me that you're gonna close down Mount Gay factory, you're gonna close it down. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just the way things are, and you know how to work around it. You've been doing it for centuries. Overlooking things, not noticing things that you should notice. You go through the motions instead of addressing problems. You don't do it. You do not address problems. You just go through the motions as though, it's called cognitive dissonance. You just go through the motions as though, oh, that's really not happening. I just saw a video of something happening in a place where people came in and they were taking the money, and the person that was working in the place, they just stood there. If you were to see the person, you wouldn't know that there was a robbery going on. You would not know looking at the person. You had to see the whole scene to know, oh, look what's going on, and look what's happening there. The person working in the office just stood there, cool, calm and collected, not like, what the hell is going on here? You cannot do this, and get out of here, and blah blah blah. And the person then tell her, well, get down on the floor, cover your eyes, get down on your stomach, put your hands over you. Nothing. It was just like a regular day at the office. She stood there, he took what he needed to take, and he walked out. Think that could happen here? You think that could happen here? If it did happen here, that place would not exist the next day. I'm just here to tell you that the place that it happened, it would not be there the next day, because someone was going to say, oh, you just walked in there and did that to my wife and scared her and got her all, can't work anymore. Okay, we'll take care of that. It just does not, like I said, Barbados is homogenous. You all behave in the same way, whether you realize it or not. You probably don't, but you do. And whether you are part of something or not, you're so close to it that you resemble it. This is Sherry Veronica.